Well, hi folks, Steve Adams here, coming to you from my hometown, which is a small village a little bit east of Lancaster City and in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour, maybe an hour and a half west of Philadelphia, which was where I originally grew up, just outside of Philly. Now what you see behind me is a building that once occupied a business that I had. And this business was started back in '97, and something that I was involved in for a good 20 plus years. In the front of the building was a retail store, and we sold specialty foods like jams and jellies and pickles and relishes and that sort of thing. And then in the back here, which you see, which has been completely renovated because the hotel next door took over and turned it into a pool, but what actually was there was our manufacturing operation. So we made those jams, jellies, pickles, and relishes for all those years and supplied them to our store up front. Now, we also supplied them to a number of other brands, but that was the beginning of a whole journey, which I think for me showed God's faithfulness. Because, quite frankly, there were so many ups and downs during that time in my life that I can't quite sort it even all out at this point in time. But back about 2 years ago, I ended up closing the business entirely, and largely because of the change in the market conditions. And if you know anything about retail, you know that it's suffered severely here in the last few years. A lot of it has to do with online business, but we also live in a town which is tourist driven. So that wasn't as much it as the fact that our latest location, which was in the center of town, just wasn't conducive to what we needed to do, and our rents were high. A lot of reasons that we shut doors, but God clearly was in it, and I was okay with it. But what happened since then has been really, really fascinating because, through it all, I wanted to do what God called me to do, and that is to minister to others. Now, you can do it through your business, which I hoped I had done for a number of years, but we can also do it through ministry we're called into. And I felt very much called and moved towards starting something new. And if anyone's been following us at all, you can go to our website at embracingbrokenness.org. You can see that my wife and I are involved in a project right now of writing a book entitled Embracing Brokenness. And a lot of that has to do with the journey of discovery of our identity in Christ over the years. And part of that is, how are we hearing from or walking with God and hearing from Him at the same time? And for me, in these last couple of years, it's been a really interesting journey, because closing this business was not something I had planned to do, but it was something that was needed, and it was okay. It's like God was redirecting my life in a way that He wanted for me, not maybe the way that I expected. So even after we closed the business, I got involved in doing some consulting work and coaching for business owners that were pretty much committed to their faith and wanted to walk that out every day in their life, in their business. So taking kingdom principles, applying them to business was something I always desired for my life and for my business. And I know that many, many people that I was working with and consulting with over the years felt the same way. But I was asked by God very clearly to lay it all down, to put all that aside, and to commit myself to what He was calling me into, and that was ministry full-time. Now, that was not an easy thing to do. And over these last couple of years, as I shifted my emphasis, there have been some really, really, really tough times financially for me and my wife, especially after we had to close the business. But then more recently, as I decided and I believed that God was calling me back into doing some consulting work, it was as if He said to me in these last few months, well, go ahead, but you know what? Watch me, because there's something more that I have in store for you. And as I began to try to build that business over and over and over again, He started to close things down little by little, that I wasn't able to do it the way I expected. And I'm like, oh, what in the world, Lord? I really felt like You led me to do this. What is happening here? And it was a gentle, very loving voice that said, I love you, but I'm going to redirect you again to trust me with what I have for you in ministry full time. And I was like, wow. What I loved about it is He did it very gently, very kindly, very much in a way that directed me so that I could see and hear from Him in a way that I honestly, I didn't really expect to or see coming, but redirected me to where he really wanted me to go. And so I guess my challenge, and the reason I'm even recording this today, is to say to you, looking back 20 plus years, and then watching how through circumstances or through people or through his word even as he directed my life, and through the small whispers in his voice in my heart and in my head, I was able to be faithful, hold on, allow him to redirect me even when I thought I was going the right path that he was leading me on. He said, no, I have something a little bit different, but yet it's critical, mission critical for me in the calling that God has led me into. So think about that today in your life as you struggle maybe with direction, with purpose, with the things that God might be calling you into. It is a process. It's a process, and he wants to teach us to hear his voice better. He wants to teach us to walk with him in a better way and a more intimate way. And sometimes that just means lay it all down and listen. Be willing to be redirected, even when it doesn't feel good, but knowing that God has your best interest at heart. He loves you. He has a plan for your life. That is never going to change. It's all about surrender. It's about holding on loosely to the things that we think are really, really important to us. Because when you do that, you share his heart. And when you share his heart, you share his direction. And when the Spirit leads, you follow. So I want to encourage you today, just begin to think differently about your relationship with him and how he's calling you into it. It's amazing. It's amazing. God bless you, and I will be back real soon, and we'll talk even more on this subject, I'm sure.